Hello Eco Gypsy, welcome to the channel for all the new subscribers. If you haven't been watching my videos, then welcome. Anyway, today we have got a wheel at start. Everyone loves a wheel at start. The old dog's well interested in this. So we've just been asked to clear this up. Bit of a scrap job sort of thing. I'll run you around it now. This is it's a generator basically that powers lights. So this is on a telescopic arm that winches up. You've got 4 big spotlights. You'd see these at like football grounds or building sites. Good thing if you got the job for it, I suppose, and I don't know if it works. This is the Kubota engine. Don't look like it's had a much life in it for a while, so I'm just going to check the fluids. The last one of these I had, or this engine I had, are pretty good. It's pretty bulletproof. All I have done is I've basically run the jet washer over it because it was absolutely green. I've been parked under some trees, so pumped the tyres up, jet washed it, got it back here, and now we're going to see if it's worth doing something with or whether it's worth scrapping. The beauty with stuff like this for me is there's uses. So if the engine's no good, you still got a trailer. If the engine's okay but you don't want to use the lights, you've still got a telescopic thing that you could maybe, I don't know, use to put up and do other things with. I'm not sure really. It's obviously, it's got a use of some description, but we're just going to have to see if it runs and see if it holds fluid and yada yada. Looks, the dogs are very interested, so it looks like it's been a mouse nest for quite some time. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Well, weirdly, the radiator is holding water, so that's a good sign. Looks minging, absolutely minging. Let's check the oil. Yeah, well, there's oil in it. Looks quite black, but say that's slightly overfill if anything. Diesel, don't know if there's any in it, but we will have a look. Don't look like there's any in there. I'll put some in and see where we are. Right, diesel's in it. I'll put a little bit of diesel in. God knows what all that's about. Winch, I think that's an electric winch as well as manual, but I'm not sure. And that's only for the arm anyway, so we don't need that right this second. Let's just get this up. That battery looks about a zillion years old. I doubt that's going to have any charge. Starter. So I've just blasted this with the pressure washer. This was absolutely just rammed full of cobwebs and bits of stick. I think there's been several birds nesting in here or stuff going on. I don't know. Right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the old top on, starter pack, there's something in there, and a key. Right, hang on. Do I want to open that air filter? Maybe. Let's have a look at this air filter. What I don't want to do, and I've done it on plenty of things, is to start getting into it, taking things to bits, spending money on stuff, and then the engine's blown up or it's just scrap metal. And if that's the case, that is the case. You can't be crying when you've paid very little for something or you've got given it. So God, but a little bit of time. Oh, that looks quite clean, surprisingly. Right, let's leave that there. A little bit of time and a little bit of diesel ain't going to kill us. Right, let's find a key. What do we reckon, folks? Key selection. See if any of these are going to go in it. Well, is that just turning the barrel? God knows. Right, okay, let's put the charge on it. It's either going to blow up and not work, or it's going to run. Either or. We need to know whether we've got scrap metal or we've got something that's usable. And then what do we do with it? So, can't go wrong with the top Don. These are the best starting packs ever, these things. Pumps in some serious power, even on a flat battery. And with these, we only need, yeah, that's stone dead. We only need, because it's a diesel engine, we only need it to turn over. Once it's running, you don't need a battery. Where's the starter? What's that say? Oh, that's a diesel filter. That's good news. So something's happening. Right. We'll have to have a little fiddle with that. Someone's already been in here because there's only 2 screws holding this front on, so that's never a good sign. Alright, let's get the front off this. Good news, it don't look like the mice have got in there. They're around everywhere else because you can smell them and see the nests. They'll probably come running out if we get it started. But that all looks fairly clean in there. So this ignition barrel is a bit of a pain in the arse, but we're going to see if we can wiggle or cross jump starter or something. And get a little bit of wire and see if we can go across these terminals and hot wire it. While we're clicking, well, that was good. Good news. It's turning over. I'm going to have a little fiddle, see if I can get a better battery on that, and see if we can find something. I don't know what to do with this ignition, but we've definitely got some power going to the starter. We've got the starter turning over. So yeah, that was. I'm not surprised these Kubotas are like bulletproof. I've seen videos of these like underwater and being pulled out and starting to. But yeah, it's unusual to find something that's full of mice and actually is still working. But let's change that battery. Right, fresh battery's on. Just leave that pump to run for a bit because that's obviously going to need bleeding, I'd imagine. That's not started for so long. And then see where we get to. Will it start? Right, that don't sound too bad. There's no clunking or banging going on. So obviously just need to get some diesel up. Now these have got bleed on them. This don't look horrendous. I've seen a lot worse. Let's give this another go. Okay, alright, let's have a little fiddle, see if I can pull some diesel up. So I think this sounds like starving the diesel to me. Alright, see what we can do. Try again. Will it start? Don't know how many times I'm going to say that for this video, but will it start? Crack the top of that fuel pump off and see if that makes any difference. Change tone then. Oh, that's a good sign. There's some diesel there in the top of the engine. Alright, definitely changed tone then. That is minging, that diesel. So if this does go, it's going to need some filter change and a oil change probably, but let's just see if we can get it running. If it starts running, then that's worth probably spending a bit of time on, but no, so I'm not going to tighten up now. I'm just wondering if it's got a cut off somewhere, a fuel cut off or a choke cut off or something. Give it some heater plugs, see if that's going to make any difference. Sticks everywhere. It'll catch fire if it does get going. Try again. Right, okay, what's the next idea is to crack one of the injectors on the top here. Just see if we've got diesel coming into the top of the engine. It's coming to the filter, so it's coming through that shitty dirty filter into there. The diesel look pretty rank. It's not a very nice colour. And then we need to see if it's coming up here and into this and just follow it up basically. So it looks to me like someone's had a little bit of a go in there on those. Just to see if we can smack my head and get in and undo one of those injectors and just see if we got diesel coming up to that. Yeah. That was a cracker. Actually just caught the corner of this with my fat head and split my head right open. That's why I'll never be a bare knuckle fighter. Skin's too weak. Caught myself here and there. So I've repaired it with some gaffer tape and we're good to go. Right, will it start? Take 10. Bit more on the battery now anyway. a bit of heat. I'll heat a plug on. Now it's giving me a good old black eye. It better bloody start. Sort of acting like it's got a cut-off switch on it. Right, try not to split my head open anymore. Let's give it another go. Oh, that really wanted to go then. Come on, baby. She's close. I think it's just the fuel. I don't want to burn the starter motor out really, but yes. Oh. Nearly there. That sounds so quiet, unbelievably quiet for a Kubota diesel. That is very, very quiet. Oh my life. I can't believe how quiet that is. Wow. Considering I don't think this has been started for a few years now. Yeah, you can smell the crap fuel in it. Right, so I suppose the next thing to do is to see if she's running hot, which I don't think she is. Got fuel, water in. And just to see if these lights are working. Gotta love a Kubota. Bloody hell. Right, well they're working. Well, 3 of them are, but I was told one of them is faulty anyway. But overflow on the radiator, but there we go, they're working. Wow. Okay, well I had the lights working and then I didn't have them working, so I can assume there's a switch or a fuse or something in there that's not willing. But to be fair, I've got an electrics bloke, I can get that sorted. That is not the problem. The problem was, is it worth investing any effort into, because you can soon get into these things like I have in the past and ends up costing you more than the thing's worth. So yeah, I think this is going to be a useful bit of kit for someone. Just check this one, a fluke. Oh, look at that. Yeah, baby. Wow. Good little bit of kit for someone. I'm going to probably do a filter change on this. Diesel filters, fuel filters, oil filters. Get some clean oil in it. There's an overflow pipe on the radiator that I've got the little tank there that needs reconnecting and sorting out. And I will have my man have a look at these electrics because they were working fine. So I'll get him just to have a look at them, check they're all there. I'm sure there's a little fuse or something in that box that needs fiddling with, but nothing major. Well, she's a fighter. Give me a good black eye there, look. Split my head open. But all in a day's work, so standard day. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and we'll catch you in the next video.